The call came in just after midnight. A fire had broken out in an old apartment building on the east side of the city, the kind of place with narrow hallways and walls that remembered too much. Fire like that didn't announce itself loudly. It waited until people were asleep. When Jonah Hale heard the address over the radio, his hands tightened around his gloves. He knew that building. And he knew who lived there. Years ago, Emma had lived in his life the same way, quietly, completely. They met before the long shifts, before the weight of smoke and sirens followed him home. They loved each other in the spaces between duty and exhaustion, until there was no space left. The breakup had been gentle, but permanent. At least, that's what they told themselves. The fire engine roared through empty streets, red lights painting the buildings in flashes of urgency. Jonah forced his thoughts forward. This wasn't about memory. This was about survival. When they arrived, flames licked out of second-floor windows, smoke boiling into the night. Neighbors stood barefoot on the sidewalk, calling out names. A lieutenant shouted that one resident was unaccounted for third floor. Jonah pulled his mask on and went in. Inside, the heat was immediate and crushing. Smoke swallowed the hallway, reducing the world to inches. He moved by instinct, by training, counting doorways, listening for breath. "Fire department," he shouted. "Call out." A cough answered. He forced the door open and found her near the window, collapsed, barely conscious. Even through the mask, he knew it was Emma. For a moment, time folded in on itself, shared mornings, half-finished conversations, love that never quite learned how to survive the real world. Then the ceiling crackled. Jonah lifted her without hesitation. The hallway behind them ignited. Fire rolled across the ceiling, seconds from turning the room into an oven. The stairwell was gone. His radio crackled with evacuation orders. He chose the window. A ladder rose through smoke like a lifeline. Jonah passed Emma into waiting arms just as the floor gave way behind him. He jumped, landing hard but alive. Emma was breathing. That was enough. Days later, Jonah sat in the hospital hallway while she slept. She woke and saw him there, still smelling faintly of smoke. "You came back," she said. "I never left," he replied, not in the way that mattered. They didn't promise anything. Some things don't need rebuilding. Some things only need honoring. Jonah returned to work. Emma moved on with her life. But somewhere between the flames and the falling ash, something fragile had been rescued, not the future, not the past, but the truth of what they once were. And sometimes, that's the bravest thing anyone can save.